So here we are. Okay, this is going to be my video, Campfire Bakery, and this is going to be Millionaire Shortbread. So you've got a layer of shortbread biscuit, a layer of camp made toffee, and a layer of chocolate, and it'll set into a form of biscuit. You all know what Millionaire Shortbread is, if not, look it up. So, my ingredients. I have plain flour, caster sugar and butter. That's going to be the base of the shortbread mix. So that gets cooked first. I'll show you that in a second. Then this is going to be my toffee, condensed milk, along with a little bit of butter in there, and then melted chocolate on top. And I'm going to do all this on my campfire and my makeshift camp oven, which I haven't got on yet, but I will get it on in a second. So, for your recipe for the shortbread, I'm not going to tell you weights because obviously we're camping and I haven't got any weighing scales, so because I've made this so many times before, I kind of know. So right, we're having that much sugar. Right, a lot of chefs will say with shortbread, they'll say cream the butter and sugar together, but it accomplishes nothing, it's just all for show. So you know, you don't have to do that. We're having that much flour, and because shortbread is basically just butter, flour and sugar, our butter. Oh. One second. Let's see how you want about. About that much butter. Guess what? I've actually found a use for alloy at my camp, and it's not heating up, it's just basically a mixing bowl for bakery, which is quite awesomely ironic. So you've got your sugar, your flour and your butter in there. I'm going to get on to the next stage because it's raining quite heavily now, and I'll bring you back in a second. Right, so with this, what you need to do is you need to basically rub it in with your fingers and get it into little small yellow crumbs. So once I've done that, again, I'll bring you back because it's gonna rain and I don't want it to dilute my shortbread. But hey chef, I'd love to cook in summer or a day that wasn't raining. Right, so as you can see, it's gone like a yellowy coloured texture. That's from the colour of the butter changing it. So when you get it to that point, you basically just need to bring it together into your dough. So you're just squeezing. You can always add a tiny little bit of water if it's a bit dry, like mine is. Oh, that's a lot of water. As you can hear, it's absolutely pissing down. I've retired to underneath my little shelter. So as you can see, I'm starting to get a fine biscuit dough, which is basically just shortbread dough. Just knead it around your bowl or your tin, just so that you can get it workable to put into your tray. And there is your biscuit dough. So all you need to do is put that into your tray and bake it. So I'll show you that in 1 second. Let me just change my position. So I have my baking tray here, So remember, when making biscuits, butter in your tray, putting a bit of butter on it is always a really good idea. Obviously to stop the shortbread from sticking, and it makes it come out a hell of a lot easier. So once you've got your tray buttered, you're just going to push, because I'm not going to obviously roll it out, because one, it's raining, and two, I don't have a rolling pin with us. So I'm just going to evenly push this around with my knuckles and get this shortbread on the go. There we go. So as you can see, my shortbread is ready for the oven. Right, so as you can see, I've built up my oven on both sides. Bastard. Right, I'm going to fill that gap in with tin foil. So I'm just working out, because this is the first time I've actually baked in a pan on a campfire. I'm actually just working out how to regulate the heat, and what I've done is I've basically just pushed the fire actually away from the pans on both sides, so that I can get an even heat inside, and the hot ashes inside at the actual bottom that the pan's setting on should do the trick. So also for regulation, I can keep on opening the door to let heat escape, and so yeah, that's how I'm regulating the heat. Okay, so I've given it about 9 minutes. Oh, we're cooked. Right, so that is the biscuit base. So I'm going to set that shit in my tent to cool. Some ash on it from the fire. Right, I'll start the toffee. Right. So, for the toffee, what we want is about that much butter, and then a whole tin of condensed milk. And what we're going to do is we're going to heat that up gradually, really slowly, and then we're going to bring it to the boil for about 2.5 minutes, and then we're going to put it one side. It should cool down and it'll get a skin on it so that you know it's going to set. And then if it doesn't get a skin on it in a few seconds or a few minutes, put it back on, reboil it again, repeat the process until it starts getting a skin. Then you know your toffee's going to set perfectly. So yeah, as you can see, I forgot my tin opener, so again I just cut a little square out the lid with my knife. So that is the toffee. It'll get a lot darker once it comes to the boil, and it'll go like a creamy brown coloured. So yeah, I'm going to put that on the fire, and also remember, you need to constantly stir it, because of the simple fact that toffee is going to burn like a bastard on a campfire. So again, got my toffee, just going to put the lid on and set it at the side and let it heat gradually for a few minutes first, and then I'll bring you back when I'm mixing it. I actually made a little bit of boo-booing before in what I called this. This is caramel. It's not toffee, it's caramel, my bad. So yeah, as you can see, all my butter's melted now. So it's warm enough to bring to the boil. Yeah, caramel shortbread, millionaire shortbread. Just remember, constantly stir, because caramel burns so easily, and the last thing you want to do is have nice shortbread with nice chocolate on top and shit ass burnt caramel, you know what I mean? So yeah, just constantly stir it. So the caramel's finished. I'm just picking out the bits of ash from the fire. As you can see, it's started to skin, so it's gonna set. So we'll pour it onto our shortbread, and then we can start melting our chocolate. So for the chocolate, it's entirely up to you what you want to use. If you want to use Mars bars or Cadbury's cream eggs or Galaxy or any chocolate product that is going to melt and then set when it melts, once it cools down, sorry. So I'm just using cooking chocolate because that's all I could get a hold of it. Such short notice. So you all know that you can't actually put chocolate on a campfire or a cooker just like that in a pot, because it will absolutely burn the shit out of it. So what you need to do is you need a pan of boiling water. We call it a bain-marie basically. So you need a pan of water, and you need to set this in the water until it melts slowly. So I've got my water on there boiling. So once this is all broken up, yeah, that's going to melt inside the boiling water. When it comes to boil. Yeah, almost done. I'm looking forward to shortbread. It's as you can see, I've got my alloy pot of chocolate inside the boiling water, the bain-marie, and I'm just going to melt that gradually, and it shouldn't take too long. And then I'm going to pour that straight on my on top of my shortbread, on top of my caramel, and then that'll set, and it'll be absolutely epic. I've moved the water off the fire, and I'm just going to leave it like that now, and it's going to melt on its own with the heat left in the water, simply because it's still like pissing it down, and I don't want to get too much water in my chocolate because it's going to fuck it up for us. Okay, so as you can see, my chocolate is melted. Oh wow, that is going to taste orgasmic. So once your chocolate is on, you're basically just manoeuvring the tray until it covers the entire thing. There we go. Now you need to leave it to cool in somewhere that isn't going to get raindrops on it, because as you can see, it's still pissing down. So yeah, I'm going to put that in my tent to protect it, and I'll bring you guys back when I'm cutting it and eating that shit up. Well, you've seen the process of the millionaire shortbread. You've seen how I made it entirely on the campfire. It's quite a nice dessert to have with a cup of coffee, or just as a dessert. As I say, you can use Mars bars, Cadbury's cream eggs, toffee, anything to top it with you want. So it's a free thing that, you know, it only goes as far as you want to take it, really. So yeah, I'll be back in a few minutes with my shortbread. So, as you can see, it's set solid. which is exactly what we wanted. So I'm going to try and get this bad boy out the tray now. Oh yes, yes. Oh, it's going to break a bit. It's all good, it's all good. Right. Oh yes. And as you can see, shortbread is perfect in every single way. That is awesome. Oh, oh my god. Oh, you've got no idea. Oh my god, that is awesome. Oh, wow. And there's no like, oh, wow, wow. Words cannot describe. Oh. Brilliant. So yeah, Campfire cookery. You guys need to give it a go. Oh. And there we go. The finished product. I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna make a cup of tea right now and I am gonna gorge. I'm gonna gorge like there is no tomorrow. Oh my god.